Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Dustin and I am a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. I've been training for just over 7.5 years and I'm currently a brown belt. And today we've got 3 rolls from class the other night I'm going to show for you. So without further ado, let's get to it. So first up, we've got me paired against Coach Doug. Coach Doug is a fellow brown belt, and he's been featured in one of my previous videos, if you've seen that. He's a really nice guy, awesome training partner, and Doug is from Brazil. If you watch my videos, you'll probably start to realize that if possible, I'm definitely more of a top game player. That's always my preference. I'll revert to guard if necessary or if I feel like there's a better path somewhere from there, but otherwise you're probably going to see me trying my best to stay on top. And not that that's necessarily a good thing, that's just sort of my game. I'm trying to pass his guard, but I can't seem to get past it. So I just sort of base down, settle in, and start to see if there's another way around these legs. So I'd probably estimate that since my surgery, at this roll, I'm probably able to train at about somewhere between 70 and 80%. So we're definitely making progress. Now I just got to keep knocking the dust off from being out for a few months. Uh-oh, Doug's on top. Let's see what happens. We already know this is not where I really want to be. I should have tried harder to sit up right here. Hindsight's 20/20 though, right? One of the cool things about filming all these rolls is I get to really take a step back and critique myself from a third-party perspective. Maybe hopefully gain a little insight on ways I can improve my game. He postures up right here, so I slide up to try to make sure I keep my guard closed until I was ready to release. Here I'm trying to process which grips I should go for. And here I see an opportunity to try to take the back, but Coach Doug does a really good job at evading my attempt. But at least I'm not on bottom right now, I guess. So from this position, I'll often just go ahead and give up the back completely, but I decided to go a different route. I didn't want to just give up the back all the way this time. And I'm back on bottom. That's okay, you got to get out of that comfort zone. And sometimes you're just flat out forced out of that comfort zone, and it ends up being a really healthy thing and great opportunity for growth and exploration. So I managed to catch a leg with mine and then sort of scoop, and I'm able to spin back around into a guard of some sort. Right here is a pretty good example of me probably holding back a little bit due to me just not wanting to strain my core too much. And that's the end of round 1. Alright, so next up I'm going against Coach Eric, and you can see he's getting ready to give me the business there, and I was completely oblivious to it at the time. I was just looking down and getting ready for the roll. So I'm going to start immediately looking for grip and limb control. Whenever I'm rolling with Eric, I really like to make sure that I'm on top because he's really smart and he's really athletic and his jiu-jitsu is really good. So he can put me in a lot of really dangerous positions to where if I'm not careful, he'll catch me. And right there, we were a little close to the mat, and I didn't want him to spin off onto the concrete, so we did a little reset, and then we're back at it. And so right here, I can feel him trying to get really snug and tight with me, so I'm assuming he's probably trying to get me off balance and work for some sort of sweep. And so I'm just trying to really work against that and base up and be mindful of what he's trying to muster up down there. And also, as he was coming in and pushing his head closer, I tried to make sure that my head was just slightly elevated above his. Eric's got a good guard, so I'm trying to come up with something sneaky to get around it, but it's giving me a pretty tough time. And then right here, Eric just missed an opportunity to grab the back. If he would have grabbed a hold of my belt or something right there when my back was to him. It was a brief opportunity, but it was there. And now I'm back in guard, trying to figure out where to go from here, while trying to keep from being swept as well. A little bit of hand fighting back and forth. And right about here I can sense a back attack on its way, but I'm not ready to just give that up yet. And then he ends up tipping me over, getting a sweep, and then I'm back on bottom, where I did not want to be. So, nice sweep, Eric. And here he's going to go for a little bit of a back attack. I'm going to have to kick on the defense mode, because if I'm not careful here, like I said, Eric will catch me. So I'm just trying to do my best to defend right here. And that's going to be the end of round 2. Alright, so for the third and final match of the video, I'm going against Blue Belt Brandon, who's been in a couple of the previous videos before. Always enjoy rolling with Brandon. And you can tell right out of the gate, I'm not trying to play the guard game. I want to try to get on top of him and smash him a little bit. And right here, I'm thinking about doing this 2-on-1 tug on his left hand to get that grip off. But then I realized he's not really minding his other limbs that well, so I decided to just leave it while he focuses on that, and I start trying to manipulate some other limbs and seeing if I can move forward from there. And you can tell right here, I'm trying to control the hips, add pressure to the hips. That's something I'm usually always trying to do if I can, is control those hips and the head as well. So he's got this guillotine grip here on my neck, and I'm not really in any danger. And then right here, I end up kind of just pushing it right off. Trying to get some control over these arms. It's really important to me to try not to force things. I always try to find the path of least resistance if I can. And here I'm pretty much just adding a lot of pressure, trying to wear him down a little bit. And then as I'm doing that, I'm trying to inch closer and closer to a submission if possible, or if something pops up. And if you'll notice right here, I'm basically controlling the hips, his head, and I have his left elbow separated from his body. So that's making it a lot easier for me to control him and a lot more difficult for him to get out of it. And here I start thinking about some sort of modified bow and arrow attempt, but I really don't remember why I didn't go for it. Right there, you can see me thinking about it, and then I just let it go. So right here I've got him in my guard as I go out of frame a little bit, and that's okay. I don't mind so much whenever I pull guard on lower ranks. I guess I'm just a little more comfortable usually. I feel like I have more opportunity to play around. And that's the buzzer on this round. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, please like the video and then subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. Also, feel free to drop me a comment down below. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.